Okay, we're just going to very quickly review the major points of emphatic organization. As we learned when we were working on the first paper, emphatic organization moves from the least to the most significant reason, and of course that's reason in Tolman terms. It opens with one of the 6 methods of introduction, and the method of introduction you use is going to be based on what your research provides and what you believe as a writer will work best. But a broad statement introduction is always perfectly acceptable for this class. And of course your introduction will end with a claim in which the plan of development will list the reasons in the order that they will be discussed in the paper. After the introduction, you might have some background, and just like in the first paper, that depends on what your research uncovers and whether you think that the readers would benefit by some history or some other type of background that will help explain what you're discussing before you move into the body of the paper. And then the body of the paper itself is going to open with the discussion of the least significant reason. Again, that's reason in Tolman terms. And since it's the least significant, it will have the least amount of data to support it. And that means that that should be the shortest section of your paper. Next, you will discuss the second least significant reason, and it might have slightly more data and could be longer than the discussion of the least significant reason. At the very least, it should not be shorter. It should be at least as long as the least significant reason or longer. And you'll continue to this pattern until you get to the most significant reason. And the most significant reason, because it is the most significant, should have the most data, and it will be the longest section of the paper. One way to avoid having the last section be the shortest, even though it's supposed to be the longest, is to write it first. Because often what happens when we write is that we either run out of time or energy or whatever, but you can, with one of the wonderful things about word processors as opposed to typing is that you can write that last section first and then copy and paste it from a second document or whatever you need to do, and then all you'll need to do when you get to that point in the paper itself is possibly adjust some wording so that there's a decent transition. And that's just basically a quick review of emphatic order, which we learned when we were discussing paper 1. I hope that this little video helps. If you have any questions, of course, you can email me at deborah.oakey@csn.edu. And of course, you know that you have to email me from an account other than Canvas. Okay, thank you very much for viewing this video. I hope it helps you. And I hope you have an opportunity to enjoy the day.